Will you allow me to read you a poem? I sort of love the imagery in it, and it kind of made me giggle because it's a little bit about how snowflakes collect and then turn into spring, or at least I think the promise of spring. Anyway, I thought it was kind of hopeful, and it sort of made me giggle in like not a haha funny way, but like a oh, that really made me happy kind of way. So here it goes. Winter Poem by Nikki Giovanni. Once a snowflake fell on my brow, and I loved it so much, and I kissed it, and it was happy, and called its cousins and brothers, and a web of snow engulfed me then. I reached to love them all, and I squeezed them, and they became a spring rain, and I stood perfectly still, and was a flower. Hi guys, and welcome back to the studio. I had a little bit of a slower morning this morning, just sort of taking in winter. And I've been a little reflective about rest and wintering and sort of like what that means for me, and I don't know, just what that means going into the new month. It's really hard for me to believe that January is almost over. I feel like a lot of the time people joke like, oh, it's January 47th and it's like the longest month ever, but I don't know, for me this year, it just kind of feels like I can't believe it's already going to be February. But all that to say, I feel like I really just need a reset. I need to kind of do a little cleaning and sort of just like getting into a clearer mindset heading into the new month. I want the month to be really productive, and I just really want to feel good going into it. So today, I just really want to do a little reset. I just changed my sheets a couple of days ago, but I'm sort of craving the feeling of like freshly washed blankets. So I think I'm going to wash my blankets. Then I kind of like to do my February mood board. Sometimes the month already kind of gets going before I get to it. So it'd be nice to have that done at the beginning of the month and, prior to the month actually beginning. So that'd be kind of nice to get that set. And I was kind of going through some of my magazines for collage because I'd like to do collage, but I don't really like anything for the vibes of February that I'm feeling. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on my computer and use the template that I used for January and just create February's monthly mood board in there instead. Most of my magazines that I've started collecting some for collage, and a lot of them are like spring and fall and a little bit of Christmas, but I don't really have a lot of like winter vibes to me. And so I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna look on Pinterest and kind of make my mood board with that. And then just do a little bit of cleaning, and then I don't know, we'll see where the day takes us, but that's sort of the plan. I just want to mentally reset and get kind of recharged for the new month. So let's do it together.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Drifting in between darkness and kerosene. The storm made quick work. The power line down the street. I find you bundled up, waiting for me to light you up. You said something menacing. We both left as I fell into bed. There's something about these winds makes me wanna give it up. Waiting on the comfort. Hold you like we're frozen. Waking, the lights turn on, wishing that they stayed off our time away from everything.
I have some mango bergamot tea and It's just what I needed. I've just been reorganizing my books. I was kind of getting crazy with the number of books I had kind of stacked up on top of each other right there. And I need to sort of resituate this table. This is the table I use for my bedroom Christmas tree, and I sort of have now just used it for laying things down on. But before I finish doing all that, I realized that I never shared the books I got for Christmas, and also I just got myself a book that I think is kind of cool. So, and I just got these. They're like really long matchsticks because for Christmas my sister got me this Mindful Moments. It's a little 20-minute candle. So you just stick the candle in here and then it burns for 20 minutes. So it kind of gives you like a time limit on doing something. So I'd kind of like to implement a journaling practice in the morning, and maybe I can like journal for 20 minutes or something like that. We'll see. I haven't yet figured out the exact practice, but I think I might try to start doing that and see if it gets me into a better morning routine. So I thought that was really sweet and thoughtful. So, but I need to actually use it. So my mom picked out 3 books for me for Christmas. One of them was like Christmassy, and so I have a little section in my bookcase that is kind of in the back of the bookcase where I put all of my Christmas books, and I've already put that one away, and so I'm feeling a little bit lazy to get it out right now. But so I'm sorry if the suspense will be killing you, but like I'm gonna wait to share that one until next Christmas time. I don't think that you're gonna be reading a Christmas book right now anyway, so I think that's okay. But the other 2 that I got was the Book Club for Troublesome Women by Marie Bostwick. I really don't know anything about these, so but I'm looking forward. I think that sounds good. Usually a book about bookstores, book clubs, like I usually enjoy those, so that'll be fun. And then this one is a historical fiction. I really enjoy historical fiction. My mom knows that, so she picked one out for me. It's called One Good Thing by Georgia Hunter. So we'll see if they're any good. I'll probably be reading them maybe in February. And then, oh, I got myself this cute recipe journal because I want to start cooking and trying new recipes, and so I thought that'd be a fun place to keep track of the new recipes that I'm trying and whether I liked them or not. And then this is the other thing that oh wait, before I get to that, my sister got me this. It's the Condiment Book by Claire Dinhut. I'm not sure if I pronounced her last name correctly, but I think that was really cute. I've been wanting it because, like I said, I've been wanting to get into cooking more, and her flavors are so creative, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to look at that and see, you know, how to. I think there's some recipes in here too. Yeah, there's recipes in here too. So so that'd be fun to look through and try a couple recipes. And this is the thing that I got myself like last week, but it's Beatrix Potter, Drawn to Nature, and it's a whole book, I think, about just different her illustrations, and I'm not exactly sure if it's about her life or what. There's definitely like parts with words, but then there's also parts that are just illustrations. Okay, well, here's a part with words and illustrations, but there's parts that are just maybe it's about like her process. I'm not really sure. I'm really excited to read it because she's one of the people that I really look up to in terms of illustrating and painting. Oh, so here's like a page. It's just illustrations. Anyway, so I'm very inspired by Beatrix Potter, and so I'm looking forward to browsing this book. I think it'll be really educational and enjoyable to read. So I need to organize all those, but like I said, I'm having a cup of tea And I think I'd like to enjoy it for a few minutes and maybe read some of my current read. Oh wait, I left it over here. I'm currently reading Snow and Rose by Emily Winfield Martin, who's also the illustrator. So I think that's really cool. And there's some really cute illustrations in here. So like even the first page. So I think I'm going to read this book for, I don't know, like 15 or 20 minutes while I enjoy my tea. And then I'll get back to tidying and getting back to the reset. But I'm just going to take a little tea break. Cheers to taking a break. Okay, this is a little bit of a work in progress. I wanted to set up a little morning routine station, so like with my little candles that I was just talking about. But like I know this is really the most aesthetic little side table that I've put together, so it's definitely a work in progress. I feel like maybe this candle is a little bit too big for the table, and technically it is like a fall candle, so I could replace it with something else for now and then revisit that. Maybe I should also put my journal right there. Anyway, it's definitely a work in progress, but for now it's fine, and we can move on. I added my journal, and then I also added the Beatrix Potter book, so I don't know, still not the cutest, but also I wanted to show you I got this poems for morning, so that'd be a nice way to start the day. So I've just spent some time planning out, kind of reviewing what my goals were for January and planning out what they should be for February. Some of my like task type goals kind of transferred over because I didn't fully finish them. I was kind of being optimistic with being able to finish. Some of them were kind of larger. And so I'm moving over those goals, but I'm also kind of like being a little bit more realistic and also more specific with my goals for February. So I think that will be good. So like one of my goals for January was to finish sketches for our project, but I had 10 like full page sketches to complete. And that just was kind of lofty. So especially because they're very detailed. So I would like to finish those sketches this week and next week. And so like the first week of February, I would like to have those sketches done so that I could work on the actual painting part of them after that. And so I put on my goal to finish all those paintings, like the whole illustrations for February. That seems kind of lofty, but I don't know. I sometimes like to have a reaching goal because then it kind of pushes me. So we'll see. But I also put my list of goals that I'm transferring over because I didn't finish it from last month, or from this month, January, is to compile an outreach packet. I want to, like, right now what I have in terms of like a portfolio is just like not great. So I want to create a portfolio, but I also want to just create kind of like a 1-page outreach packet type of thing to reach out to like some local businesses to try to see if they would want to carry my art. I think I'm like putting a blockade in front of that for myself because I don't really know how it should look. So I feel like, I don't know, a little bit like, I don't know what the right word is. Like, I'm not nervous to do it because like there's no stakes. But I think I'm just like a little bit unfamiliar with how it should look, and so, or like how I want it to look, or how to make it look good without being too cluttered. Like, it's hard to pick only a certain number of paintings to represent my work and like represent me as an artist. And so I think that's also another reason why I'm kind of like holding myself back on that one. So maybe that I can at least work on the layout of the packet, and or like, I don't know what the right word is, like the leaflet. I don't know. But maybe at least if I can work on the layout and have that done, and then I can feel a little less overwhelmed about how to fill it with which paintings. And also maybe I can work on a few paintings that I will feel like really represent me as an artist now, because like one of my favorite paintings I made last year was the little tiny watercolor of that I did for an ornament that was like wintry. And while I really love that, I don't know that I want that to represent like the entire year, because like it is kind of seasonal. And so maybe I need to like make some more art. It just sounds like so stupid to say out loud, but maybe I just need to like create something that I feel like really represents me now. We'll see. But anyways, so that, and then posting weekly on YouTube. That's like a big goal for me this year. I laid out a very ambitious posting schedule and goal, but I'm really committed to doing that because I just really think it's a good idea, and I enjoy making the YouTube videos, and I want to create a better, like more positive like social media experience. I feel like on other platforms it's really easy to like get sucked in and like spend a lot of time on your phone, and I really like how on YouTube it kind of just feels a little cozier. I'm not sure if you experience that, but for me it does. And so I'd really like to spend a little more time curating that and kind of creating a little cozy spot. So that's my other goal. And then in this little planner that I got, it has this little spot, which I didn't even actually notice for January, but it has this little spot for new habits. And so speaking of my little morning routine, I put morning routine as my new habit. I also thought it would be kind of nice. Recently I've been thinking it might be a good idea to like exercise, which I know sounds like so stupid because like obviously I should exercise, but I recently found, I was like looking up some YouTube videos on like different things to exercise, and so I found these like beginner wall Pilates or like beginner Pilates videos. So I put that as something to try. Like my habit is to like try new exercising so that I can find something that I like and don't mind doing. And then also just like less phone time. So, and then I also wrote down something else, which I feel like is something kind of obvious, but I wrote down the sentiment that done is better than perfect. And I think as an artist, I can feel like something has to, like, it's representing me, and it's representing like what I'm trying to visualize, and I want it to look so nice and I want it to look perfect. But oftentimes it doesn't, like, done to other people that's not myself being critical is very close to perfect. I'm not saying it correctly, but I think sometimes I can put roadblocks in front of myself to, like, even begin, because I want it to look so nice and I want it to look so perfect, so I don't even start. And so I just need to let myself feel like done is better than perfect, so that I can even get to the point where it is, like, started and, like, feeling at least somewhat in the process, because then I think that it will get to be where I feel like I'm proud of it. But I think sometimes I put so much pressure on myself that I want it to look perfect even before starting, that I don't actually start the project. And so that's my other thing for February. I think just, like, done is better than perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect from the beginning. Maybe I should even say, like, starting is better than perfect, but I feel like the sentiment of done is better than perfect will get me less pressure to actually begin, and then I think I'll enjoy the process and then it'll look great. So that's my thing. That's my goal. It's my new catchphrase for February, I think, and I feel good about that. So I think that's all the resetting I have in me for today. I think that I feel pretty good about everything. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling excited about the new month, and I think that was the goal of today. So I hope that you did some of these things with me and you feel the same way, feel refreshed and ready for February. And I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I really can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.